focus in on one of the new listings today. You have Fino Payments Bank that has listed on the bourses today. It had just a tad bit of a tepid listing at a discount to its issue price. We're joined by the Chief Financial Officer of the company, Ketan. Mr. Merchant, thank you so much for taking the time, and congratulations on the listing. Could you take us through the business model that you follow, just for the benefit of the viewers who are not familiar with it yet? And clearly one of the stories of financial inclusion, how do you see that panning out?
So thank you very much. It's indeed a big day of listing for us, from where we started off and where we are today. It's the first profitable fintech bank to be listed. Very, very quickly on our model, it's a simple model. We work on DTP, distribution, technology and partnership. So our mission is give financial services at a very low cost to every nook and corner of the country. That's how we work. We operate in more than 750,000 plus merchants. What we do is to ensure that banking is available to everyone. We make common people, we make kirana shops, we make chemist shops as bankers. That is what D is. It's a technology-based company. That's where our technology platform comes through. It's a very high-tech platform. And the third is we believe in partnership. We don't do too much of self-investment. We believe in alliances and partnership and a very asset-light model. So that's how DTP. Our numbers are to speak itself. We've been in a COVID year as well. We're growing at 41% CAGR. So that's what a Fino Bank is all about. It's a fintech with a regulatory enablement.
Absolutely. And Mr. Merchant, just the model of a payments bank is, as I understand it, a conduit that will allow people to access financial products. And you say that you would like to partner with quite a few of those financial service providers. I'm just trying to understand how you make money. Where do you earn your money?
Yeah, that's an interesting one. So, firstly, as I said, we are, and you rightly said, it's all about partnership. So we have some products like remittances, wherein we facilitate movement. So it's about transfer of money from one to another. We have one of our micro ATM products. Gentlemen, it is a product. It provides services which a traditional ATM provides, and it provides at a fraction of a cost. That's where we earn money. So if someone who is in the rural area or tier 3, tier 4 city, they don't have to go to a branch or an ATM, which is maybe at a 5 kilometers, 7 kilometers, etc. The neighboring mom and shop will have a very small device, micro ATM, which is smaller than the phone, that facilitates cash withdrawal. Besides that, we are the only bank which provides subscription-based accounts. So our CASA account is subscription based. We don't require any minimum balance to be maintained. It is all about you just pay annualized subscription, and that's we do. So our source of revenue is essentially remittance, micro ATM. We facilitate Aadhaar-enabled payment system and subscription-based liability accounts. We also facilitate loans. So for us, it is about neighborhood banking, which is absolutely closely available. And even if someone wants to pay EMI, someone wants a loan, we facilitate that. So the entire model is asset light, and this is how we make money. It is not a balance sheet based model. It is a P&L based model, or it is a fee model. 97% of our revenue is fee income. That means no credit risk, no operation risk. That's how our model is. Lean, asset light, variabilized model.
Sure. Ketan, could you also throw some highlight in what is the quality of your financials right now? Because I can see you've been profit making since the fourth quarter of FY22. Is this trajectory going to continue and only better itself going forward?
Yeah, I may not essentially make any forward-looking statement, but I'll just give you something of history. Our bank is around 4.5 years old. This is our 8th quarter of profitability. We started our profitability in March 20. That's when we turned around profitable. Since then, it has been growth and profitability both. Just to give a perspective, our last year's profit was INR 205 million, and a growth from previous year was a loss of INR 320 million. Our throughput has increased by 41%. FY 21-22 was a COVID impacted year wherein our throughput increased by 41%. The trajectory of growth and profitability is continuing it off. What is our genesis of thing? We focus on growth, and our lean operating model or the operating leverage which is there generates profit for us. That is how we are essentially going in terms of our financials. In terms of traction and momentum, as I said, even in a COVID impacted year, we grew by 41% in terms of our throughput. Our profitability, I just mentioned what it was. So from a trajectory, from a momentum, it is all to be seen. COVID or non-COVID, the bank is expected to grow because of the model which we have set up.
Sure. ICICI and BPCL, as we understand, continue to be shareholders in your business. What exactly is the strategy here? Are they going to stay put? Is there a chance of exit?
See, I cannot speak on behalf of ICICI and BPCL, but I can just tell you one thing. They are our strategic partners. Since the time of inception, ICICI Group has been with us. BPCL is also a strategic partner. Just to give a context, it is all about leveraging the network. So we operate and provide our banking financial services in 11,000 petrol stations of BPCL. This is in semi-urban and rural thing as well. So from a strategic partnership, from a long-term perspective, we have all marquee investors and who continue to have faith in us, and will continue to deliver returns, as has been the case in the COVID impacted year.
Taking place on social media, the reason Fino listed a discount to issue price is because it's already profitable given the entire IPO mania that we're seeing. I wanted to get your reaction to that.
Hi Nayantara, this is Ketan here. Yeah, I think it's a good joke to have. If you are a profitable fintech, we are one. It's a very unique proposition. For us, it's not about being at discount or etc. It's a long-term game. It's all about marathon. The market, and we'll continue to grow. We'll continue to grow our top line, and we'll continue to grow our bottom line as well. For us, it's all about shareholder accretion or shareholder value accretion in long time to come. And yes, we are indeed unique in terms of, as I said, profitable fintech. So markets will react the way it is, but in long run, I think we have a very nice faith of our investors and a plan how will we progress from here on. And we will continue to grow profitability as well. That is our endeavor.
Okay, Ketan, that's good to hear. I thought I would just bring it up because, since we did see the discount to the issue price, and, that already the conversations are starting, our IPO is getting frothy. Next week, you've got two big ones also, Policy Bazaar on Monday, Paytm expected to list at the top, expected to list on the 18th of November. Its issue price is at the top end of the price band. What the markets will also want to hear from you, Ketan, going forward as well. And we talked about this in the past. How you're going to stay relevant in competing with other fintechs, whether it is SBI's YONO, which has been gaining ground. You've got Kotak, which is betting so heavily. You've got BharatPe and Centrum, which are joining forces as well for the smaller towns and taking over banks. What is going to be your strategy for the many, many players that are entering the market, many players that are already in the market and upping their game?
See, definitely competition is there and will be there. Our strategy and our focus is very clear. Okay, in our case, it is about we augment income of our distribution point. So we work on two models. One is ensuring that our partnership or our distribution works and the services are given to the requisite customer which we are looking at. Second, and the biggest one, which we have cracked the model, for everything else, everyone else, there are definitely competition, and we really like that as well. They are in a evolution mode, that what will essentially work. For us, a asset light model, a proven model for last 8 quarters of profitability is something which we will continue to grow. For competition, see, India as a demographic, there is huge opportunity to grow. For us, it is about providing payment services, not going into big time into lending, or we will just facilitate lending. So whilst there will be competition, our network, which is essentially already established, our digital overlay and our asset light model and the trajectory of growth which we have, we will see that we are a force to reckon in times to come. That is my understanding.
You had made a lot of waves since last year for coming up with innovations, for example, like the micro ATMs, right? Especially in the smaller towns, the smaller districts. What were they supposed to do during the first wave as well as the second wave? Anything that you can tell us on other kind of innovations that you're coming up, even when it comes to micro ATMs? You now face stiff competition from other players, and of course there's POS as well.
See, yeah, actually, innovation is the core of what we are. As I keep on emphasizing an asset-light model, innovation is definitely core. In addition to the micro ATM, wherein we provide cash withdrawal services without any additional cost to the consumer in a very neighborhood banking type and a very seamless manner. I earlier mentioned about our subscription-based liability account as well. Just a simple perspective, a person opens an account with us, then he is not required to maintain any balance. For us, it is about our focus on the target audience. Perhaps we are the first ones and the only ones until now providing subscription-based liability accounts. Nantar, I'll also just take you slightly behind in terms of our journey. In 2017, when we started off, we were, as a bank, it was a two-product, largely dominant by 2 products, remittance and business correspondent banking. That was 2. In 2019, we had innovated into micro ATM, AEPS. 2021, whilst micro ATM, AEPS and all the traditional products also grow, we have a CASA liability product and the CMS, the cash management services, wherein we facilitate people to collect cash and digitize cash. So for us, it's all about innovation and how do we do it off. We also get doing some pilot in terms of how will we do a merchant loan referral or consumer loan referral as well. So for us, everything which we'll do, technology is the core of innovation, and we will be doing it a digital way and an impetus to our distribution. So that's where our thought process lies, and we will continue to have a larger part of our income as a fee-based income, which essentially means that we do not have any balance sheet risk coming on our books.
All right. Mr. Merchant, thank you so much for joining in and for giving us that perspective. Wish you all the best. It is certainly a momentous occasion for you, and we wish you and your company all the best. Look forward to speaking to you very soon. All right, that was